Hi Leo, this is going to be a tarot reading for your sign between the week of the 8th and the 14th of September. Let's begin. I'm getting a channeled message here, Leo, for you to cut out the fluff. To cut out the fluff. I don't know what you're doing or what it's in regards to, but I'm hearing that you need to cut out the fluff. So, Leo, I see you in a space of having fulfillment. Um, you're in a space of being fulfilled and feeling fulfilled within your life currently as is. You might be enjoying, the work you've been putting into something. I feel like it's a bit of a harvest for you, and this is in regards to your spirituality, just your general well-being, your personal life. You've been putting in work within your all your endeavors, and you've been trying to really tap into your intuition. You've been really trying to lead with your intuition and be more spontaneous and be more innocent. Um, you've been almost like chasing um, new horizons, new experiences, new facets of yourself that you've not discovered. Maybe you've been picking up hobbies and picking up skills to learn, and you've just been experimenting. And you just at this moment in time, this is your pre-week energy, feeling very content and fulfilled with things in your life in general. You've been leading pretty much with your heart. You've been following your heart to situations with your intuition intact. I feel like you've used your heart in figuring out, your spiritual side a lot more, and it's been, you've sort of been in a bliss, because you feel more connected, in harmony within yourself in this moment of before the week begins. You're in a good space mentally, spiritually, speaking. I'm hearing physically as well. You might have been doing exercise, or like, you've been working out, looking after your body, eating well. I see you've been eating a lot of fruits, as of late, trying to just look after your general well-being, and it's working out for you. This is a really, really, really good energy. You following your heart, leading it to what it desires. What it desires is love. You desire love within and love without. You desire a sort of harmony in all things that you do, Leo. And I see here that you've been, the sun has been amplifying your intuition while it's been hot. We're still in summer right now, and I feel like the sun is really helping you out. I think you need to spend more time in the sun, Leo. If I be honest with you, if you can, it's just gonna help purify you, in many ways. The sun, spun, maybe spun. Maybe you feel dizzy when you're in the sun. You need to realize the plants use the sun to grow, in many ways, and we are kind of similar to the plants, in that we grow from the sun, not just physically, mentally, but spiritually too. And I feel like you've kind of been like almost like it's an intoxication of being in the sun for too long. Like you sort of it's made you feel dizzy in a way, but I get it that you do kind of like it. Um, but it's good for you, to spend more time in the sun, um, to help strengthen your spirituality. But you're doing everything that's helping you. Everything that you are doing is helping you evolve in a much bigger way than I think you can imagine at this point. Coming into the week, you will have some sort of truth being revealed to you. This truth has got something to do with fairness and your karma, and it's perhaps balancing your karma. Maybe you haven't received your karmic debt, that's owed to you. But some truth is being revealed to you, and it's about your manifestations. It's about your manifestations that are coming in. I feel like this truth is something you've been waiting to figure out for a long time. But I feel like the more you follow with your heart, the more easier this truth will come in for you. It's got something to do with your foundation. It's got something to do with your foundation and your path and where you're being led. I think it's got something to do with your lighter and darker aspect, your shadow self and your lighter self. It's got something to do with the both of them. Some sort of truth is being revealed. This truth is showing you that you have the inner strength and resilience to go through situations in life, no matter how difficult they may seem, that you will always be guided to your path, whether it's night or day, whether it's dark or light, you will be guided towards your destination, and that you need to remain in this energy of trust and know that you do have the strength, you do have the inner strength to go through this situation, and this whole situation that's being revealed to you, it's not a manifestation. I feel like it's more or less got to do with your being. This is kind of like what you've been trying to integrate. Maybe you're unknowingly or unknowingly been doing this, but you're trying to figure out with your intuition, like, where you're going, this exploring new horizons and stuff like this. You've been exploring them to understand your different dualities within you, and understand where each of them lies. What is your shadow self and what is your lighter self? You've been trying to figure out the both of them, and I feel like you've come to a point where you have a really great understanding of both of them. They're both equally balanced within you at this point in time, your shadow self and your lighter self. But I see you becoming very calm in regards to how you deal with situations, how you maneuver through life. You're going to be very persuasive moving forward, because you're going to be integrating both sides within you, and this is helping you step into your life's purpose, your inner calling. You're moving more or less into this realization of your lighter and darker, your shadow and a lighter self, a lighter or darker self. It's bringing illumination towards your soul's purpose, your inner calling. You're going to have some sort of breakthrough by learning that you do have the strength, the inner strength. Do have the resilience to move forward. I feel like you might have been through a lot in life in general, but you've done so much that you're at this point, you're quite fulfilled, and you're leading with your heart. So it's telling me that you've learned a lot from life in general. You've had a lot of experiences that you've learned lessons from, that have helped you develop yourself into who you are now. And for somebody that's looking from the outside would not understand who you are, simply because to get there you would have to go through certain experiences to have that understanding. And a lot of people might not understand you. I don't feel like you're very popular with people. I mean, when you talk to people, people always resonate with you and they gravitate towards you. But I feel like someone that you like to be more reclusive, you like to be more alone, you like to be by yourself because you feel like people don't understand you. It's because you have a great power within you, and you're realizing this at the beginning of the week between Monday and Wednesday. You're realizing you have a great power within inside of you, you have a great strength within inside of you. Um, and you're able to manifest what it is your desire because of this realization, whatever it is, whatever this truth is. It's like it's divinely orchestrated. This truth is coming to you in the form, in what form? In your dream. So if you can make a habit of keeping a pen and paper by your bed when you sleep during this week, or keep your phone next to you, and when you wake up, make sure you write down just a few lines. And honestly, if you just write down a few lines, you'll remember the rest of the dream. But in your dream, something significant is going to come and appear to you. Some sort of thing is going to be made known to you that you really need to know about. And it's going to help solve this puzzle piece between your lighter and darker side. I feel like this is why you've been embarking on this journey. I feel like this is a journey for you in spirituality that you've been going through. And I feel like you're at a new precipice. You're on a new horizon for leveling up in your spiritual pursuit, with your spiritual being, and you're gaining power from this. So during the midweek, you're going to gain power. You're going to see your power. You have the power already, but you're going to recognize that power. When you're able to recognize your power, it truly becomes yours. I feel like that's something you need to know right now. Is that you recognizing what your power is, it will allow it to become yours. I feel like your power is connected to something to do with the light. The light. It's got something to do with. I think you need to get some sort of jewelry, or like a crystal. If you can buy a crystal that's connected to the element of light, a light stone. I keep hearing light stone. I don't know what a light stone is. I know there's a moonstone, but I don't know if it's a moonstone. I'm hearing light stone. I don't know what light stone is. But you're recognizing your power. You're recognizing that you contain all elements within inside of you. You contain, fire, earth, water, wind, and you're able to use that to make what is known as barren, fertile. You're able to create these roses from nothing. You're able to manifest everything that you desire. And you're going to be using your power this week. You're going to be led creatively. You're going to have these impulses that are very creative, that are not usual. Your usual routine, your usual way of doing things. It's not your usual behavior. It's very unusual, but it's an impulse. Like, you're going to have some impulses that are very different. They're creative. They're very creative. They're going to lead to a creation of something. You need to follow these impulses. They're in your benefit. Follow your intuition, and you will see something very magical happen for you. I feel like you're going to be creating something, or you're going to be able to creatively express something in some sort of way. And it's going to help you step more and more into your power. It's like at this point in time, you've done a lot of the background work. You've done a lot of the background work to figure out who you are and what you desire. I wouldn't even say what you desire. I don't think you know what you desire at this moment. You're just kind of following your heart. I feel like at this point you've been doing the background work to figure out who you are. You've been working on your lighter side. You've been working on your darker side, your shadow self, your lighter self, and you're coming to this point where you're brave enough to venture out into places that normal people would be scared to go. Like, people in their right minds wouldn't go just for the sake of fear. I feel like fear no longer holds a hand on you, because you're pure now. You're pure, so fear doesn't affect you as much. So this is your confirmation that this is your reading. As of late, you've not been feeling very afraid of situations, but know that whatever you're going through at this moment is leading you to your life's purpose. You're stepping into your life's purpose. Has this already been? No, it's not been begun yet. So your life's purpose hasn't begun yet because you have had to break out of this energy of control, and needing to control what where your life was going. You weren't allowing your intuition to lead you as you are now. You're at this point now where you're able to allow your intuition to lead you, and you're realizing, look, she's got the infinity symbol on her head, and so does the magician, and it's just basically confirming here that you are infinitely abundant. You know, you've realized your power basically midweek, and you're amplifying that power. It's like it's opening up to you, and you're learning it very quickly because you've done the inner work. By the end of the week, yeah, and you're being nurtured. You're connected to the spiritual realm very strongly. Um, you need to spend some time like in a park or something, or like go like in nature, and it's without music, without any distraction. Just sit there and just take in things around you. It's gonna really help nurture your energy, and it's gonna help you feel much more abundant. And this is a good thing to do during midweek, between Wednesday and Friday. By the end of the week, you're going to be in this energy of gaining some sort of ancient knowledge. Maybe it's something that is it's being revealed to you from passion. So I think this is something got to do with, it's a breakthrough, it's a revelation, and I feel like it's something to do in your past life, like it's not ancient knowledge from your past life. I think in your past life you become some sort of spiritual person in your community, not spiritual as in what we deem as spiritual nowadays, like religious. I'm saying more like spiritual, as in shamanic, or someone that's actually connected to spirits and connected to what's really out there, as opposed to connected to books. You really had a knowledge of things, and people used to come see you and ask for your help in medicine, in healing, and just knowledge in general, as in regards to wisdom. I see you have a lot of spiritual wisdom. You've always had a lot of spiritual wisdom here since you were a child. Maybe you used to speak about things when you were a kid, like really, really young, and your parents used to tell you to be quiet because you didn't know what the hell you were talking about. Or people used to tell you to be quiet because you didn't know what you were doing, because they couldn't fathom what you were saying. They couldn't possibly agree with what you're saying, because it would destroy whatever they thought, whatever their mind, whatever conclusion they had made in their mind about what life was. It was the way you spoke was really wise, and it shook people to its core, is what I'm hearing. And people sort of shunned you for that reason, and they say, well, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And this is something you've been doing in your past life. Like in your last life, you were a very spiritual person, like almost very high up in the village or the town or the city or wherever you were. You were were highly regarded. You held the keys of knowledge. Yeah, very connected to the spiritual realm. Um, your foundation is built already. I feel like you don't know sometimes what you're doing with yourself, and you feel like you need to build your foundation. You've already built your foundation in another life in terms of yourself. You're not somebody that needs to start from scratch. You're just finding your way back to yourself at this time, and during this week this is divinely orchestrated. It's very grounded energy. It's very grounded because your energy is so massive. Like it has to be grounded, and you're being grounded through this whole situation by spirit. Your foundations are very strong, as you see at the beginning of the week. You're realizing these truths, that these pillars are already there, but at the end of the week these pillars are like almost tripling in size. So you're standing in a place of integrity, and this ancient knowledge of yourself, of your being, of what you know, and what you've learned in your past life. Some of it's coming back to you during this week. And it's coming through in the form of daydreams, deja vu, hearing voices. You're going to be hearing voices. I see your ears are very white. You're going to be listening very purely to what is around you. You're going to be hearing like voices. It's nothing to be afraid of. I don't think you're in a position of harm. But in the situation, don't deceive yourself. Don't think that this is all woo-woo. This is really who you are. Don't deceive yourself. Don't betray yourself, is what I'm hearing. Know that you are someone that is very generous, very creative, and you will see a lot of growth if you are able to stand in this place of seeing how strong you are, seeing that you do have the inner strength, seeing how resilient you are. The more resilient you can be in this time, the more success is coming in for you. You're going to be very lucky. I think you need to almost imagine yourself as a cat, as a lion. You need to imagine yourself more as a lion. And this is going to allow lucky blessings, lucky situations to come in for you. You're going to see a lot of victory, success, progress, and know that as you feel like more like a lion, you are very spiritually protected. You're very spiritually protected, so no harm will come to you. But you need to be brave and see that this is who you are. Not be afraid of this knowledge that's coming. Not being afraid of your psychic gifts coming online this week. Don't be afraid of yourself. Don't deceive yourself, because you're not going to end up you're not going to be where you want to be. Your soul wants to grow at this time. I can clearly see, you've been doing a lot of inner work to figure out who you are, and you're sort of, you could be in a position where you'd sort of jeopardize that work, just for the sake of it doesn't seem realistic. I mean, none of this is realistic, but it is real. You're going to see a lot of success and progress if you're able to be courageous. Courage is what you need right now. Strength and courage is what you need right now, moving forward to have your dreams come true, have what you desire come true, the way you want to live. I see you want to live a happy life of joy. You just want to bask almost in the sun. I know it makes you dizzy, but it's like you almost want to bask in the sun. You just want to chill, and that's what your future is. You're not going to have to do a crazy amount of work. You're just going to have to do what you want to do. But you have to step into your power. You have to step into your own energy and shed away what's fragmenting your energy, because it's sending you off in different places. It's not sending you to the place that you want to be. When your energy is fragmented, you don't end up where you want to go. You end up taking a bunch of detours to get to where it is, and those detours can last a many number of years. You're at this point now where you can streamline yourself and get to that place that you want to be, that who you want to be. It's all very possible for you, but it's your choice. It's literally your choice. It's your choice what you choose here. But know that you are being watched over in the spiritual realm. You are being looked after by a very powerful spirit, a very powerful God or goddess. It's a very powerful God. I'm not going to say the name of the God, but it's a very powerful God watching over you. You probably know who this God is. You're connected to this God. They're from the Greek pantheon. Is what you know them from. You admire them and love them and care about their story. I see you taking a stance this week of following through, not allowing yourself to deceive yourself. I see your outcome here for the week is you are going to feel pleasure. You're going to feel pleasure knowing that you found yourself. It's very emotional. I'm feeling your energy is very emotional. It's like you've been yearning for yourself, and yourself is integrating within you this week, and you're going to feel a great sense of pleasure, a connection to your nature, connection to um, what your power is, what you know as truth. Um, you're coming across as very independent. You might start being more independent after this week, but you're gonna feel like you're gonna feel like royalty by the end of this week. You're gonna feel like royalty. You're gonna treat yourself more luxuriously, like because you deserve it. You're gonna be treating yourself more like royalty, uh, like with luxury. You're gonna um, maybe indulge in some luxury this weekend. Um, During the weekend, there's some sort of celebration that you're having, some sort of homecoming within yourself. It's a very powerful energy. It's a homecoming within yourself. There's a lot of energy coming inside of you. It's your energy coming back inside of you. It's very emotional as well. It's like you're embracing the power. You're embracing the power. By you embracing your power, more opportunities are going to unlock for you. Just be confident with who you are moving forward after this week. I see your outcome here is you are deciding to go with this, and you're going to be celebrating yourself. It's very emotional. Like, I feel your emotions. It's very, very emotional. You've been yearning for a long time, a long, long, long time to feel like this, to feel whole. You've been feeling for a long time. Just remember, you are the lion. Imagine yourself as a lion. This is going to help you integrate into your energy. There's no more poverty. There's no more isolation. There's no more feeling of loss. You're manifesting what you desire. You're creating something from nothing. You're able to magically make things appear into your reality. You're going to be able to have this power that's going to keep people starstruck. You're going to be able to do things that are unexplainable. So another few challenges for you this week is not to feel like not to feel negative, not to think negatively about what this is. It might feel a bit scary. It might feel a bit much, but don't think negatively about yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Getting literally the Seven of Swords here again. Don't deceive yourself into thinking that this is not who you are. Also, I'm getting here that um, um, Don't deceive yourself into thinking that you don't have the resilience, you don't have the capability to move forward and make things happen. That you don't have the right investment. You're not. This is not who you are, and it's a very heavy energy of like being very confused of like this is not what I am, and this is not my power, and this is all woo woo is what I'm getting. Like you need to realize that this is you. This is you need to come into harmony within yourself. You need to find sort of a togetherness within you and allow this to happen. So these are your challenges. It doesn't necessarily mean that these are gonna happen to you, but they're in your energy, and they may affect you mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. But depending on how you articulate yourself in life in general, they might not even affect you. You might even not notice them. You might just go straight ahead, but they will be there in your energy to sort of block you from moving forward. The sort of doubt, that your success is unfulfilled, and um, you know, um, you have to learn more, and you have to plan more, and you have to you're not really growing. You might be looking at things a bit more objectively. You might be looking at things like, you might be looking at things more objectively and saying, I'm not in harmony. I'm not in unity. I feel like it might be something that's just really popping into your head as a form of negative thinking, and it's trapping your mind. It's trapping your mind into thinking that that you need to grow more, and before you can be this type of person. You're already this type of person. You're already this person. You're already this person, and you're just accepting what you are. And this is from your last life. You've been working on this for a few lives, is what I'm hearing. Some of you may be young, meaning in the life cycles of stuff. Um, but know that these are your challenges to not turn a blind eye to yourself, to not turn a blind eye to your gifts, and not to lie to yourself or deceive yourself and say, I don't think that's me because it's not really realistic. Like I need to grow more to be someone like this, or just doubting yourself in general, thinking that you're not up for it. It's basically you're literally lying to yourself. I'm getting here that you're literally lying to yourself, about the situation, um, just to make more sense of it. But I don't see this being much of an issue for you. I feel like you're gonna get through these challenges very easily. I always just pull out cards for the challenges so that I can make you aware of like what's gonna happen, and just to bring things into your awareness of like what could be a potential blockage or potential thing that might stop you, whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, or emotional. But it's just to highlight that that is existing. But I feel like you are going to be victorious during this week. You've got the Six of Swords here, and I feel like you're going to be healing a lot. You're letting go of you're letting go of um, parts of you and things that don't make sense anymore, things that are not in alignment. The truth is going to shine too bright, I believe. Yeah, shine too bright. Maybe you need to shine too bright. Maybe you do need to shine too bright, is what I'm getting here. But you need to shine a bit. You will be releasing the things that yeah, it's like you're shining a bright light on these things, and they're almost like burning away. I see them in my eye, just like it, a light just coming down, and you're just burning, like just the sunlight coming down and just burning, like all the like it's like muck, it's like sticky muck that's on your energy, that's being burnt away, and it's a huge transition for you. It's a huge transition for you, where you're going to be receiving more than you've been giving. You're going to be receiving more than you've been giving. You've been giving to people energetically and getting. You've been giving a lot of your energy to people. I see this almost here being as your energy, like very radiant. You've been giving your energy to people from a pure place, and you're going to be receiving that up tenfold, 20-fold, 50-fold, 100-fold. I had to say it like that. But it's coming in for you very quickly. I see the chariot here. The chariot's all about the movement, and again, it's highlighting your lighter and darker aspects, your shadow self and your light self. And it's like you're coming through this portal and you're going through the sea of fire. It's like you're almost like finally in control of where you're going and what you're doing. You're really stepping into your power now. You're using your intuition very strongly. You're balanced. You're moving from a place of balance. You've got connections to ancient Egypt, is what I'm getting here. And you need to study ancient Egypt. Maybe just learning about the pyramids and the pharaohs. Yeah, especially the pharaohs is going to benefit you in some kind of way. Just learning about the history of the Egyptians. But it's like you're flying. You're gonna be flying. After all this is said and done, after this week, you're gonna feel a big difference within yourself, because you know what your power is, and you're gonna understand what you're capable of doing. At the moment, I wouldn't say that you're fully aware of what you're able to do, and I feel like you don't want to make any moves in career or love in general, like big moves, big risky moves. As a matter of fact, you feel like making one, but you don't want to make it yet until you have a full picture of who you are, of what you are. You've always known you're different. You've always known you're different from other people. You're gonna be cared for. You're gonna be nurtured, and you're gonna be the nurturer. You're gonna grow things from nothing. You're gonna grow things from nothing. You're gonna bring life to barren areas, barren locations. You're gonna be ruling over people. You're gonna have some sort of sovereignty, some sort of power over people. You might be a social media influencer. You might be a celebrity. You're going to be someone quite important in the future, and you're going to do it from a place of balance between your light and dark. You're healing. You're healing the feminine. You're going to be healing the feminine collective. You're going to be healing feminine energy just in general, whether that's women, the earth, anything that's related to the feminine energy, water. You might be restoring lakes in the future. You're like an earth mother here. And you're going to be truthful, and you're going to be very wise. You're going to have a lot of respect for people and yourself, and you're going to be a leader, and you're going to lead with your intuition, and you're going to be really abundant. You're going to be really abundant. This is your wholeness. This is your completion of yourself. You're stepping into your power this week, but it's leading you towards, wholeness. You know, this is your this is what you've desired, to be whole, to be balanced in all aspects within yourself. And you're very strongly connected here to the feminine energy. You're going to be healing the feminines in some way or another. I don't know if you don't know this yet. I'm telling you now. This is what you're going to be doing in the future. So as your closing message, I'm just gonna again bring up the fact that don't lie to yourself is coming up once again. Seven of Swords. Don't lie to yourself about who you are. What's being revealed to you this week is who you are. This truth that's being revealed to you, it's who you are. It's it's like a universal law that's happening here, because you've gotten to the point where your energy can come back to you from your previous life. You've grown enough spiritually that your self can come back to you, your energy, and it's starting this week. Your power is gonna come very strongly back to you. And again, I just imagine yourself more and more as a lion, and your energy will flood back to you more and more. You just don't lie to yourself, don't deceive yourself, don't betray yourself about who you are. Don't be afraid of it either. Just because it doesn't look realistic, it doesn't need to be explained, it just needs to be felt. Don't oppress yourself, don't fight yourself, don't make yourself fatigued, don't make yourself tired of your own energy. Don't fight yourself. Know that you're resilient, and how strong you are. You're very strong, and you're stepping now more into yourself. So there's nothing really that I would say here is gonna really stop you. Your outcomes already told me that you're moving towards this. Your future's looking amazing as well, and you're gonna be very abundant. You're gonna be very fruitful with your endeavors. You're gonna be able to create whatever you desire. I'm not even kidding. You're literally going to be able to create what it is that you desire out of nothing. You're going to have that much power because of what you've been practicing in your previous lives, that you're able to make things appear out of nothing. And you're going to really be led with your intuition. You're going to be very grounded. You're going to have one foot in the spiritual, one foot in the physical. And you're going to transmute energy. When people send negativity towards you, you're going to transmute that negativity into positivity. It's a very beautiful energy that you have here. And again, you're very connected. Your purpose has got something to do with healing the feminines, healing feminine energy, healing feminine things, healing femininity in general. So, Leah, I'm going to leave your reading here. If you did like the reading, leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you soon.